Hey, this is David B69, and we are playing Madden 18. I am having a horrible season, mainly due to turnovers. Turnovers are killing me. Carson Wentz is killing me. Well, he's not killing me. I'm the one pushing the stupid buttons and making the wrong reads. But it's been a really rough start. But we're going to turn this thing around, and we are going to come back. We are playing the lonesome Los Angeles Chargers. We have to come back. This has got to be the week. I mean, it says they're 2-1, but they're just not that good. We should win this game. So let's watch them play. And if you see anything or can basically do anything that think that could help me, just comment below. And I hope you're liking and smashing that, hitting that subscribe button and smashing the like button. That's what I meant to say. And I'll look forward to your comments. Let's play.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Eagles going up against the Chargers. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, football is back in Los Angeles as we welcome you inside the StubHub Center in Carson, California. The scene a moment ago, unlike any other in the NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to face off with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 14th year now. Played his college ball at NC State, Phillip Rivers.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan. Breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, and it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Drew Butler in his 6th year from Georgia to punt this away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And running with power here. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So the Eagles now, they'll be in great position here to start things out. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, here's Blount. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
On first down, Wentz. He's got it. And he's brought down. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
On second down, here's Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch, and the score. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
In 2016, the Eagles showed that they were going to be aggressive on defense. A lot of man coverage and send the pass rushers after the quarterback. I don't expect that to change at all in 2017, but they are looking for increased play from their cornerbacks, try to lock down some wide receivers.
Rivers now on second down. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Right there at the 43. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On play action, Wentz. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. Third down here. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Now Wentz on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So possession one ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Donnie Jones set to punt it away now in his 14th year in the NFL. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Benjamin. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. We focus our attention now on the Eagles' defense. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now and hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. Now a play fake here on first down. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Brandon Graham in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
I know that's something people say you have to live with Phillip Rivers as your quarterback. 52 interceptions over the last 3 seasons. But remember, he's been dealing with a depleted wide receiver core.
Yeah, that's very true. But those 52 interceptions over the last 3 seasons you mentioned, most in the NFL. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing his Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Now a play fake. Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A big 30-yard play on third. A look up to the scoreboard as time has run out on this first quarter. It's the Eagles with the early lead. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. second down, Rivers. And he is out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Long able to drop him for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Play action now. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Fielded at about the 28. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Eagles take possession. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now Wentz. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. back to the air on second down. Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Here's Bullock. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Steps away to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Wentz. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
To throw is Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brett Selleck, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And it's good to make it 14-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. A beautiful fake. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our players' spotlight now. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? They'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. Rivers on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On second down, Rivers again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Chargers on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out for another drive comes LeGarrette Blount. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now Blount. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Wentz going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Donnie Jones now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa, and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. Eli Manning with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Chargers are not moving the ball through the air for a second straight week. The Eagles have done enough on that end to disrupt the flow, and that's played into it as well. All right, let's roll those highlights. 2nd and 2 coming up. Wentz is going to complete the pass, and this play will go for 6 as they take a 7-0 lead. After the INT, offense comes out now. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Chargers defense comes away with the turnover. 3rd down from inside the 50. Ertz is wide open, able to make the grab, and he'll be tackled at the 21-yard line. Continuing Continuing on the drive, Wentz is on point with the throw, and it's caught for the score. Lead now at 14. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
This will be fielded at the 8. The Chargers defense gearing up to take the field. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
And I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. They'll begin here with Blunt. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I think people underestimated how important fundamentals are because Joey Bosa's hand placement, hand usage, and ability to beat guys in front of him to get to the quarterback is pretty good for a young player.
Yeah, 10.5 sacks last year as a rookie, led all rookies.
Only played 12 games, too.
That's a good point. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. The open man is Smith. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly looked like the Torrey Smith we knew in Baltimore. A guy who can just run past defenses, and what do they say? Take the top right off of them.
Game-changing speed, and the days in Baltimore good, days in San Fran not so great, but now hoping to get back to his former self.
I would say they have an extremely motivated wide receiver in Torrey Smith.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a carry for Blunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Now Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
Play clock winding down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Ertz has it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. So that'll back him up 5. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Wentz. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Second down following the run. They fake the give. Now Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On third down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Drew Butler now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Chargers, their defense heading back out there. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, gotten pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger offense making their way back out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing, Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The first down throw here for Rivers. Right side catch. This is Gates. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rivers now, the throw on 1st down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, it's Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
They run. It's Oliver. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And the D looking like they may blitz. 2nd down, the ball on the 2. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Brandon Oliver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, the Chargers are pointing, and they've got it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Looking sideline, incomplete. Gates, the intended receiver there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Allen's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. To the air again here, Rivers. And that's complete to Gates. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. From the red zone now, Rivers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they give this time to the tailback. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. off here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Here's the battering ram blown. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. LeGarrette Blount unable to use that big frame to his advantage. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep. Wiley.
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Eagles on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
Well, besides the blackness bug, it was a very good game.
Here's Donnie Jones now.
I'm just standing up just to have him stand there. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. We finally got a victory. Hopefully turning around the season. Until next time, this is David B69. I'm out.
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Philadelphia, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.